stay tuned because next up is David Charles Allen, Village Properties Realtor and host of The Hop. That's Home Ownership Podcast.
Welcome to The Hop. This is David Charles Allen, Realtor at Village Properties in Santa Barbara, California, with my great friend and co-host, Patty Teal. I'm doing wonderful today, Patty. How you doing?
I'm doing great as well, David. Thank you.
Good to hear. We got a lot of beautiful weather here in Santa Barbara. Looking ahead in the high 60s to mid 70s, sunny throughout the next week. So really nice out. There's maybe a couple fun days of some surf out there as well. So if you have some time, go enjoy the water.
Oh, that sounds just lovely, David. I just love that kind of weather, just warm in the sunshine, but still cool enough that you can use a sweater, especially in the mornings and evenings.
Yeah, that's what it's about. And then in terms of how interest rates have been performing, 30-year conforming is 4.875 and 30-year jumbo is 4.25. So rates have gone down slightly since last week. So again, we're seeing just a up and down kind of approach to how these are turning out.
Interesting, because for several weeks they had gone up. So I really thought they were going to keep going up. That's actually fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of people I talked to don't think they can raise them too much higher, or they'll think they'll need to lower them again eventually. I don't know. Everyone has their own opinion to what's really going to happen.
Well,
in terms of how the home statistics have performed, though, we have 40 new listings, 10 price changes, 29 that closed, 36 that went pending, 8 that expired, and 7 that were coming soon. So a little drop in last week in terms of new listings coming on. We had a little more pendings as well, pick back up. So we're almost close to even. It's a similar market with really low supply and still a lot of demand out there.
Yeah. And at least the supply built slightly.
Supply built a little bit, and interesting this week again, there was only one off-market sale. So I know that there was a couple weeks there where we're having like 20 or 30% being off-market sales. So that's a little bit of a switch up as well.
Good news.
Good news as well. And any questions for the week for me?
Yes, David, from a listener. I don't know if you'll know the exact answer, but I think you'll have a pretty good idea in general. This listener in Northern California wanted to know the percentage of cash sales. And as an extra question along with that, I'm wondering, is there any way that a person who cannot make an all-cash offer, which would seem to be a lot of people in Santa Barbara, can compete with those all-cash offers?
I know you can find those statistics through asking an escrow officer. They usually have those kind of statistics. I don't have that on hand. I know for a while we're seeing 50% cash. I think the last time I saw it, it seems more or less, depending what price range you're in too, we're seeing every deal essentially be cash, it seems like, because cash is the only thing that can close quickly and without any contingencies attached to it, so to say. So most of those transactions that are happening are those kind of transactions. So I would roughly say 50%. I think it's probably even more in a sense, depending what price racket you're in. And then in terms of competing with a cash offer, I know there's lenders out there now that are trying to put together programs where it's essentially a cash offer when you make an offer, so to say, like you've gone through all the pre-approval. It's essentially cash. And especially if you have a home already, they'd be able to use that in terms of the program they offer and make it so you're paying cash and you close quickly and you can compete. Then again, if you're using your home, you're having 2 mortgages essentially, and you have to sell your house as well. And if the market's still great, that's not going to be a problem. But if anything were to happen between your purchase and your sale where the market doesn't perform so well, it could be a situation that you're not prepared for.
Really interesting, those companies sprouting up that kind of make your offer the same as cash. Now, do you know if that's something that a buyer would have to arrange ahead of time so that they're ready to go because these houses close and sell so quickly? Or is it something they can do after they find a house that they like, take their time?
No, that's definitely, you can't be the person that waits. If you see something, you're going to have everything ready to go. That's why it's always good to have everything prepared before you even start looking at homes. Because if you find something you love and you're not ready, you're going to be scrambling and then you're going to miss out on it and regret that. So it's best to go through the entire process with a lender you trust first, get all your options and ducks in order, get all the paperwork ready to go. And once you have all that ready, you start going out and seeing what is available to you and then making it happen at that point. I mean, in a different market, maybe you can go look and have a little bit of time and check with a couple lenders and talk to them. But right now it's so crazy. You really have to have all your ducks in order.
Right. You really have to be ready to move because there's so many multiple offers that come in on these homes.
If you're looking for something that everyone else is looking for, something desirable in a good location, you're going to be competing. And if you're not having cash, the financing is going to be crucial in terms of having it all locked in and ready to go. So you can potentially compete with the cash offer.
Okay, good advice. So how are those fur babies doing? Mango, Jazz, Bailey, and who am I forgetting?
Oh, Moose. He's
Moose.
He's getting huge. He's really strong, huge ball of muscle. So
my goodness.
He looks really fat, but he's not fat at all. It's just all muscle, and he's getting hard to push around. And
Is he a friendly guy, likes people and other dogs?
Oh, he likes people and other dogs too much. He'll charge at them. Like, it's kind of worrying, I'm guessing, to other people. He'll charge like full speed at him, and then he'll just lay down and turn on his back and start licking them. So it's
so they have a moment of fright, and then they realize, this is just a friendly little puppy. Oh, friendly, very big puppy.
Exactly. So it's one of those things. He's not jumping on people, which is good. He gets really excited and he wants to say hi to everybody.
Oh, that's great. Well, let's see. Anything new with my dogs? Let me think about it. Ollie is in love with greenies. Do you know what greenies are, David?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he's obsessed with them. They're rather expensive for a small package, actually. They started making smaller sizes. So that's really good because if I happen to leave a sack anywhere on a counter where he knows where it is, he just sits there and then he'll eventually start barking like, I want another one. He's quite persistent with any other food. He has very good manners. Even if we're eating chicken at the table, he's not a beggar, but these greenies are the love of his life.
Oh, wow. That's yeah. They get hooked on one thing and then they won't eat anything else. No, I don't want my regular food. I want a greenie instead.
Yeah. And then my last story, and this is not about anything with fur, it's something with feathers. I went to a Ross store the other day and there was a poor bird stuck inside, and I guess it had been in there for 2 or 3 days. And finally, one of the customers went and got some nets at the Bass Pro store so they could try to catch it. It was just some sort of a dark colored bird. But I just didn't think she was coming anywhere close to catching the poor bird. I don't know how they were ever going to get that bird out of there. Yeah. It was, I just don't want it to starve to death, but it was sad to see the bird stuck in there. The doors were covered with posters, and so it would be hard to find the little door with the high ceilings and find its way out. So next time I go, I hope that bird's not still living there. Well, David, thank you so much for the latest news on real estate, the interest rates, and the stats in Santa Barbara. If anyone would like to get a hold of you, how would they do that?
Yeah, my number is 805-617-9311, and my email is david@davidcharlesallen.com.
Thank you so much, David. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Thanks, Patty. Let's give it a go next week.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.